Machinery Pete, sponsored by the grit, toughness, and perseverance of farmers everywhere who rely on Chevron Dello because uncommon jobs require uncommon toughness. Chevron Dello, let's go further.
I was on the road last week with Machinery Pete in Moultrie, Georgia, and rather than talk about one group of equipment, I asked him about regional trends in the Southeast. Greg, here in southern Georgia, obviously cotton equipment is a big part of what everybody does.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and it's fun to cover auctions down here, Clinton. I'm a Minnesota boy, so we don't see a lot of cotton equipment back home, but it's been fun to track over the years. And with the changes that have come into the equipment side of the cotton business, the used pickers, to see how the 5-year-old ones, 10-year-old ones, what they're bringing, is fascinating.
As we look at commodities across the board, you know, we've talked about corn and soybeans and some of our other row crops. Cotton has also been in a down market, and how is that impacting the market for this equipment?
Well, I think again the used pickers, we could look at the auction values and say they've been under pressure, just been a little lower. But at the same time, I think maybe when sales of new are a little off, you have a segment of the market that needs, you still have to be aggressive. So for the good used, you can situationally see some pretty active bidding to acquire those.
Is it regional, or are we kind of still in a nationwide trend of what is happening in our market?
Well, I think it's kind of nationwide, Clinton. Over the 26 years I've been doing this, quite often it does break geographically. But I think a little bit because the internet is so a piece of our lives now, that people in the Midwest, you know, buy a lot of equipment down here and vice versa. So I think that's kind of leveled things out just a little bit.
When we come back, celebrating the season of watermelon.